It's the autistic Ozzy Osbourne, Jared. What up, YouTube? So I've been working all day on my album, and I finally got it done. Holy shit, dude! So the songs in order are "Broken Hearts in the Rain," "Liquid Sunshine," "Never Gonna Slow Me Down," "At the Gates of Hell," "Cocaine Cobra," and the very last song, "When the Crows and the Ravens Go Flying." So happy holidays. Your boy Cobra delivered on his promise. I got the album done. I got it sent off to Deathbed Tapes. We're getting it finalized as we speak. Deathbed's probably asleep right now, so he'll probably be dealing with that tomorrow. Appreciate that. I did get a beer to celebrate. I had two beers of this can size earlier, and that's it. So this will be like my third beer today. And before we get into the stream, I want to give some shout outs to some cool Cobras. Bobby, thank you for your $5 donation to Cash App. Can you shout out my cat Xander? Thanks, Cobes. Yeah, shout out to Xander the cat. That's what's up. If I could afford a therapy animal, I'd probably get a cat or a dog. Rudolph, thank you for your $4.20 donation. Shout out to Circle of Protection for me. Yes. H. Himmer. Yes. Circle of Protection, most definitely. Adam, thank you for your $250 donation to Cash App. To my boys Cam, Tim, and Dennis. This is their gift. Cheers. Shout out to you, cool Cobras. And Adam, again, with another $250 donation. That's what's up. For Hey Copes, can you make a Merry Christmas shout out? Yes, I can. So, Merry Christmas to your boys Cam, Tim, and Dennis. Fuck yeah. Nicholas, thank you for your $1 donation to Cash App. Sunday Fun Day streams. Indeed, indeed. Robbie, thank you for your $1 donation to Cash App. He writes, hope you have a happy holidays, Cobra. You too, man, for sure. Happy Easternoth, as I say it, because I'm more on the Luciferian side of things. But anyways, I digress. Nicholas, thank you for your $2 donation to Cash App. What's your favorite drink combo? Oh man, I've made so many goddamn drink combos. I honestly lost track. But I do make tasty drink combos, man. I ain't gonna lie. Ugh. We got a video response to do, and we're gonna talk about this Kanye West situation. The dude's something else, man. Apparently, he's been diagnosed with autism, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Unless he was professionally diagnosed by an actual fucking psychiatrist, then I don't know about that. You can't just self-diagnose yourself, dude. I was diagnosed with Asperger's by a professional at the age of 13, and prior to that, it was never even heard of. But these are all just labels they give us. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Yeah. So we'll get into that here in a second. That's most definitely what's up. The new album is called At the Gates of Hell. It's going to feature 6 brand new King Cobra JFS official songs. That's most definitely what's up. Shout out to Nicole and your boyfriend Chris. Thank you for your $14.02 donation. And happy birthday to Chris. That is most definitely what's up. His birthday is on the 15th, so it's coming up, man, for sure. Cheers. Oh, shit. Yes, this is a different fangirl Kate, but we got fangirl Kate who is just awesome, and then of course, Bailey Bouquet. Thank you for your $5 donation. A shout out to Jones Sausage on YouTube and a circle of protection for your baby mama Kate and a safe delivery. So mote it be. We'll get into that because I do actually feel bad for women because they give birth to children that cannot be easy. Oh, jeez. All right. So what else we got? Uh, 1 second. Shout out to Stefan. Thank you for your $5 to PayPal. That's what's up. Most definitely what's up. 1 second. $10 in Cash App. Fucking swing. Swing. That's what's up. Hold up. I'm gonna look that up on my computer. Shout out to Bobby. Thank you for your $5 donation. A shout out to you, Cat Xander. Fuck yeah, we already covered that one. Tim, thank you for the $5 donation to PayPal. For you're an awesome dude. Can I get a shout out, my boy, to your boy Will? Yes, shout out to Tim and Will. Thank you for your $5 donation to Cash App. David, for the chat is off. Oh wham. I turned the chat off so I could focus on the goddamn video. I'm not sitting here having to deal with fucking stupid comments. But yeah, Kanye West is claiming that he is autistic, that he was falsely diagnosed, that he's not schizophrenic, he is autistic. If he is genuinely autistic and he just discovered it, then welcome, brother, because I know how it is. Autism sucks. But the shit he says in his goddamn interview about how he's building an autistic army, I'm just like, oh boy. I'm like, dude, if it's not okay to crap on black people for being black, then it should not be okay for a black man, especially, to crap on someone for being Jewish. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Mm. I definitely tired out my voice a bit from singing the song that I was doing. That's just the joy of recording music as a musician. You go to you do a section of the song and the shriek, the Danny Phil shriek wasn't right, so I'd fucking redo it and redo it and redo it and redo it and redo it. And eventually it just got to the point where my voice was tired and I managed to produce a solid 6 songs. So stick around for that goodness. Hmm. Where the fuck is this video at? I watch so many goddamn videos on YouTube anymore. It's like, okay, go through the history, we'll find it. Mm. Hmm. Let's look it up on YouTube. Oh yeah, this chick right here.
Now, I've been using Grammarly for years. Now, the great thing is Grammarly is free and easy to use.
So one of my fangirls sent me a text message with this here video. The video is entitled "Stop Dating Broke Guys," and it's by this individual female who calls herself the Wizard Liz.
Not only helps you check your grammar, but also...
Listen, I am really upset with women, okay?
So she's upset with her fellow woman. I wonder why, you two. We're about to find out, I reckon.
I don't know who did this. It was definitely not me. It was not me, okay? But whoever did this, stand up right now. Like, stand up right now. Because I know some of you women out here have been making these men so spoiled. They want new things now. They want even more things than that woman already do.
Okay, hold on a second. Getting CashApp donations like a madman. Fuck yeah, I appreciate that. Holy fuck balls. 21 bucks. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Good looking. Yeah. All right. Alexi, thank you for your $5 donation. She says, fuck it, I'm gonna send you $10. Justin, thank you for your $2 donation, man. Appreciate it. Fuck yeah. If you guys keep donating, I'll keep shouting yeah, because that's called a business exchange. It's no different than Cameo, except your boy's cheaper than Cameo. All right, so we're gonna I'll get into those shout outs after the stream. I don't want to get distracted by that, but I do appreciate y'all donating. And you don't have to donate to my YouTube channel, but if you do, it's greatly appreciated. People who call me an e-beggar are just fucking jealous they don't have the success your boy Cobra has.
Like, stand up right now. Because I know some of you women out here have been making these men so spoiled. They want new things now. They want...
Welcome to gender equality, love. Like, since the dawn of time, men have always been the ones that pursue women and pamper them. And women have been bitching about gender equality. They want to be treated just like a man, which is bullshit because you don't want gender equality. You want all the good stuff of being a man and none of the bad stuff. And I say give it to the ladies so they shut the fuck up about it. But now we live in a society where men want to be pampered for a change. And me personally, I'm not that hard to please. You fetch my pipe, my slippers, and a beer, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that hard to please. But it's like, okay, you expect men to pamper you and treat you like a queen, but when they ask to be treated like a king, you're like, oh no, it's too much. And I'm just like, huh?
Even more things than that woman already do. Like, we already do so much.
And I'm not going to argue with you on that. Women do a lot. They're put through a lot of bullshit in our society, and it's got to suck, dude. Like, women are so goddamn catty towards each other and so competitive with each other, and then on top of that, everything else. Being a woman sucks. Can't begin to imagine what that's like.
Now they want more. Now they want flowers. Now they want...
Speaking as a guy, I don't want flowers, honey. No. No. You send me a bouquet of Bud Light bottles, now we're talking. 21 and up, not a sponsor.
Now they want everything.
Now they want the money. Now they want everything. Well, that's exactly how it is. I mean, do gold diggers exist in men? The answer is yes.
These days, women are expected to be mothers.
Okay, now she's saying that women are expected to be mothers. These days, honey, it's 2022. Women can run for president if they want to. Nobody is saying you have to be a mother. However, Mother Nature is a bitch. Most women in their 40s have a hard time producing fertility and all that kind of thing. Whereas men will lose the ability to get hard when they're like 60 or 70 plus years old. So men have a longer window of opportunity when it comes to fertility. And here's the bitch of it. If a man loses the ability to get hard, they have all these boner pills you can take so he doesn't lose his erections. But what about a fucking pill that allows women to be fertile again so they don't have to choose between a career and family?
Are expected to be a chef.
Women are expected to be a chef. Well, let me tell you something, honey. Us men are expected to do shit too, like build a house, grow facial hair, grunt and scratch our nuts, build a log cabin, work on a goddamn car. If I can't fix a car, build a house, grow facial hair, grow muscles, if I can't hide my emotions and suck it up and quit being a pussy about it, I'm seen as a beta bitch male for it, and I'm sick of it, dude. So you are preaching to the choir, honey. And women should not be expected to be a chef because men should be able to cook too. If you watch King Cobra JFS, you know what's up. I've often said that couples should cook and clean together. It should not be the sole responsibility of one partner or the other. If you clean the house together or the apartment, it gets done faster. If you cook the food together, you're bonding. You know what I'm saying? If it turns out like crap, you can laugh at each other and order DoorDash or whatever.
To be, cleaner.
A cleaner, a nanny, and every single thing. Yeah, she's just going off today, this gal over here.
Nanny, every single thing, your personal therapist. And
oh, your personal therapist. Right. Okay, so women like her are getting pissed off because she's expected to be your personal therapist. Okay, it's not about being your personal therapist, it's just about communication, you know? Like if you're a dude and you worked a long 16-hour fucking shift and you finally get home, you sit down in your chair, you crack open a beer and you're like, oh, what a fucking day. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, it's going to be worth it when I make that pay raise. Ah, jeez. You look at your watch on your phone and you're like, well, I got about 30 minutes until the missus gets home. And boy, howdy, you're going to hear about it then. And every guy makes that mistake. Hey, babe, how was your day? Oh, geez. And then, of course, if your woman's having a bad day or her monthly visitor, you're going to hear about it. But men, we're not allowed to unload our shit, you know? We're not allowed to just go off and be like, well, fuck so-and-so at work. He's a fucking prick and I hate his guts. We can't do that because men, we're not allowed to share our emotions. So what the fuck do you call it when your woman starts nagging at you about her shitty day and you just sit there and listen? Yeah, that's rough, babe. Well, what are you going to do? Tell me more about how much you hate Cheryl. Yeah, I agree. Her husband Chad's a total douchebag. Yeah, what do you do? Oh yeah, traffic lights are a bitch. Really, that's just how it is. If you're dating somebody, you got to be there for each other and be like, okay, so you're having a bad day. You should be able to confide in your other half and be like, hey, this is why I'm grumpy.
And then, like giving all of our energy to you, making sure you're this big man. And then on top of that, people decided to say, you know what? Let us also split the bill. Let us pay for these guys.
Well, this is exactly what you wanted. For the longest time, men would always buy the meal. Men are being told you have to be the breadwinner. You have to wear the pants in the relationship. You got to bring home the bacon. So of course, when a woman makes more money than the man, it challenges his masculinity and makes him feel like less of a man. Thanks to this thing called social oppression and what's the word? Social fucking you know how it goes, the way society places us in categories. And here's the thing of it. I have no problems if I take a woman out to eat. It's not about being sexist or old school. It's just about, it makes me feel good knowing that I can treat a woman instead of, what I'm saying? But like, hey, if a woman offers to pay for the meal ticket, offer to split the bill with her so you do not look cheap. Okay? If a woman's sitting there saying, "Oh, I'll take care of the meal ticket," be like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah. I'll split the bill with you and the tip. How's that sound?" That shows you're willing to compromise and you're not a fucking cheapskate.
I just This is Wigs. I just want to know who did this.
Who did this? I'll tell you who did this. Systematic oppression, sexism, racism in society. That's who did this. Sexist, gender-based expectations. That's what did this. Or like women are being told, you belong in the kitchen, and like men are being told you belong underneath the hood of a car or some dumb shit like that.
And I want to meet this person in a dark alley, and I just want to talk.
Oh, you're so feisty.
As women today have no more expectations for men. We as women were happy when that guy acknowledges that he's dating us. If he does that, he's the king. Oh my god, he told his mother that he's dating me.
Nothing wrong with that, man. If you love your woman and you want to brag about her to the world, ain't nothing wrong with that. But you gonna brag to your female friends about your man? And how exactly do you get your girlfriend to brag to her mother and her female friends and her sister about how awesome you are? You're gonna make her feel like queen bitch. Okay? And it's like little things. People might call it simping. Fuck your simp shaming and fuck slut shaming for that matter. But it's the little things. You hold the door for her. You know what I'm saying? Little old school gentlemanly things like that. Your girlfriend's at a restaurant with you. She goes, "Hey babe, could you hold my purse?" while she goes and uses the ladies' room. And you're like, "Sure thing." And people are giving you looks like, "Oh my goodness, congratulations. Are you one of those they, them trans people?" No, I'm simply holding the purse for my woman while she tinkles. Oh, well, good for you. Well, I wish more men were like you.
Oh wow, amazing. What a wonderful guy. But did he tell his mom as well that he's dating 10 other girls at the same time?
Oh, here she goes. She's complaining about the Chads. And this is the best part of it, dude. If you have a dude who's dating 10 chicks behind your back, that's kind of fucked. Unless she says, and I quote, "I don't think I could see us being more serious with the relationship," then I would pursue other options. If you're going on a date with a woman, you should not be dating 10 other chicks on top of that. That's pretty fucked. That also applies to women. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Because if you call a woman out for the same goddamn thing, you get told, well, she's sexually liberated. And if you don't like it, you can't handle a strong woman. And don't you dare call her a slut. No, 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 don't you do it. No, 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 don't you do it.
Listen, I'm tired of this, okay? And I am going to show you guys in this video how.
Okay, here's the thing of it. Women do this crap where it's like, they give other women crappy advice so they can control the dating scene for themselves. All of a sudden, it's like, this is going to blow your mind. If a woman gives other women shitty advice, and then the men that those women go after are complaining about these women, you know what I'm saying? You're a stereotypical cunt, if you will. all of a sudden the woman who gave that shitty advice is going, okay, now I just have to do the exact opposite of what I told these people, and I'll have my fresh pick of whoever I want. It's manipulative and it's bullshit.
Stop accepting the bare minimum. It is done. We as women need to do better because these men are becoming spoiled. Hi guys,
Oh, God forbid, men becoming spoiled. I mean, who would have thunk it? In 2022, when women are demanding gender equality and they expect men to spoil the fuck out of them, and I'm like, well, it's give and take, honey. You put in what you get out.
this and welcome back to my channel.
So this is Liz. Welcome back to her channel.
First things first, we are going to start doing is having expectations for men. Men have so many expectations for women. Okay,
they do.
You're supposed to carry his child. You're supposed to be.
You're supposed to carry his child. Supposed to be a virgin. Blah blah blah. Nah. Here's the thing of it, dude. If I'm dating a chick, I don't give a fuck if she's a virgin, as long as she's of age, alive, cisgendered, non-related, STI free, consenting, and like stupid hot. Yeah. And human. Fuck sickos.
Virgin as well. You're supposed to be very beautiful. You're supposed to never age. You're supposed to literally do everything he wants. You're supposed to be his personal therapist, nanny, cleaner, chef, everything.
No. Fuck that. I actually agree with her on that. Like, if you're a chick, you shouldn't have to pick up after your man. That's bullshit. Okay, once you get to a certain fucking age, unless you're like severely disabled and you have a hard time, there should be no excuses. You see these fucking men who leave their dirty socks and underwear all over the floor because they're too fucking lazy to go, oh, that smells horrible. No, in the basket. You know how that goes, ladies. You hold up a pair of your man's underwear and you ask him that dumb question. Whose underwear are these? Are these yours? And the man responds with, well, I'd hope those were mine. Otherwise, I'd be a little bit concerned. Okay, if your man doesn't want to pick up his fucking underwear, just remember, fellas, anything a man can do, a woman can sometimes do better. Yeah. Real talk. How would it feel if your girlfriend left her used tampons all over the floor and like little plastic bags? Didn't bother picking them up and just let it stink up the place? You'd be a little grossed out. You'd be like, honey, nothing wrong with having a period, but could you pick up your feminine products? You know what I'm saying? So do unto others, man. As far as being a cleaner or a chef, all these things, these are life skills that people either learn or they don't learn. This is why I'm telling you, even if you're a dude and you're not the best looking, maybe your dick's not the biggest, if you can make a homemade cheesecake that'll make her squirt in her pants, hey.
But don't you dare, as a woman, expect anything from that man. You want a tall man?
I actually agree. How dare you ask for a tall man and then complain because men are shallow? Don't get me started on that. Remember, folks, it's not body shaming when you reject a woman for being 800 pounds overweight, but she rejects you because your muscles aren't big enough. Well, that's just gender equality. Winning? No.
You ask.
And here's what I'm telling you right now. If you get rejected on the dating scene, you got to be like, Marlboro, next, and you move on. You fucking move on. You do not let that person, that's what they want. People are just as miserable as you are on the dating scene. You know what I'm saying? It's the fucking truth. You see these chicks going after the hottest top tier dude, and when the dude rejects her because she's too fat, or this and that, you're a body shaming typical male pig, blah, 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 blah. It's like, whoa, honey. You're just mad because you got told no. And on top of that, if you're not going to give the less attractive dude a chance, And I don't want to hear shit, you fucking hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? I have a method to my madness when it comes to dating. You go for the hottest chick in the fucking bar, and if she tells you no, the next less pretty is going to be a lot easier. Just trust me. You get told no by the hottest chicks, the less attractive ones, it doesn't hurt so bad. Looks are not everything, they're only half of it.
For a tall man. No. You should accept him being ugly, and you should accept on top of that being broke as well. Because don't you dare, as a woman, say that you think money is important. No. Let me just.
Money is not important, but it does make things easier.
It will start to go into a whole meltdown, calling you a gold digger. How dare you wanting money? How dare you?
How do you think I feel as a dude? If I say, hey, I like big of-age double D boobies, I get called a fucking pig. How dare me have a fucking preference? Oh, jeez. At this point, I'm like, I'm not that picky. If your boobs are big enough to play with, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to be big enough to titty fuck, but if they're big enough to play with, I'm happy. Shit.
Wanting to use this poor man. Honey, you don't have any money. There is nothing to be used. There is no gold for us to dig because you have no gold. You should not be worrying about gold diggers.
Speaking like a true gold digger herself.
You should be worrying about being broke. As well, these men love to.
Well, you should be worried about being broke because quite often I've heard women bitch about the minimum wage pay gap and how products for women generally cost more money, which leaves women broke most of the time themselves, but I didn't say
that. And what do you bring to the table?
And yes, okay, before these women start making extraordinarily high demands, men often say the same thing, like, hey, what do you bring to the table? What do you have to, the table is a metaphor for your relationship.
Honey, there is no table for us to sit at. You have no money to buy the table. We're sitting on the ground. So rather ask, what do you bring to the ground? And besides that, me personally, I do not sit at empty tables. I sit at tables that are full. I don't need to bring anything else than my presence, my personality, who I am, and my beauty.
Okay, if you're going to a dinner party and you think all you have to bring is your personality, your presence, who you are, and your beauty, I'll give you credit. She is cute. That's why I subscribe to her channel, because sometimes people who say really, really dumb things are entertaining to watch on YouTube. So it's like, okay, you know what? People would call you shallow for saying that. At least bring a nice bottle of wine, for fuck's sake.
Sit there and that's good enough for the guy. What do you bring to the table?
So you sit there in your presence and that's just good enough for the guy. It's that cocky female attitude that a lot of guys hate. Because when guys do this crap, women call us shallow. Well, I don't gotta bring anything to the table because I'm King Cobra JFS. I have muscles, facial hair, and a huge dick. I can play guitar and I can sing. That should be good enough. Oh, jeez.
Broke guy talk. No guy that is actually willing to provide and actually take care of a woman will ever tell you, what do you bring to the table?
Actually, yes, they will, because maybe they're just broke because it isn't payday yet. Because people go through periods where it's just like you're 2 weeks, every 2 weeks you're getting a paycheck. Okay, and guys who are willing to provide are going to talk. Maybe they're just having a bad day financially speaking. So, if there's nothing wrong with a guy asking a woman, what do you have to bring to the table besides sex and good looks? What did this chick just get done saying? Oh, this chick's weird, man.
And my beauty. I sit there and that's good enough for the guy. What do you bring to the table is broke guy talk. No guy that is actually willing to provide and actually take care of a woman will ever tell you what do you bring to the table.
Yes, they will because it's their time and their money. You're sitting there saying guys who are willing to take care of a woman and treat her right. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's dating for you. And it was like, what do you bring to the table besides, the usual? So she's saying that I guess this chick is dumb. Freaking that guys who are willing to take care of a woman are not gonna ask, what do you bring to the table? Because you know what? Relationships are 50-50. So there's that. Relationships are based off of four things: good communication, love, respect, and never go to bed angry. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up. So start having expectations. Say, hey, I want my man to have this, 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 and on top of that,
Okay. So I hear you. I hear you. If women want to have men who, and they want to have, these women want to have higher expectations, go for it, honey. It's your pussy. It's your time you're wasting on the dating scene. So you should be allowed to have those expectations, but don't get pissed off when men have the same expectations of you.
I want my man to have money. Even if you don't feel comfortable to take money from the guy or whatever, he has to work, okay? You want to split the bills? Fine, split the bills, but make sure he makes money as well. Another very important thing,
Reasonable.
do not date broke guys. Do not date guys that have no money, have no job. Do not date them. Now, what
Okay, well, would this situation be reversed? Okay, let's take this from a logical standpoint of gender relations, King Cobra classic style over here. What if it was gender reversed and there was a woman living in a home with her mom and she had a couple extra pounds to love on? She wasn't the prettiest. She was broke, in between jobs, and had no money. And if she tried asking a guy out and then said, well, I'm in between jobs kind of thing, and the guy said, no, I'm not going to date you because you're broke, you'd never hear the end of it. You'd be like, well, you can't handle a strong woman. And when I make it in the big world someday, you're going to see. And women are masters at manipulating with their emotions. It's like, damn.
a broke guy? A guy is a guy. A broke guy is a guy with no ambition, no drive. Some
Okay, just because somebody's broke doesn't mean they have no drive or ambition. Maybe they're just having a rough spot. Maybe they're in between their 2 week paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the richest guy on the planet, but I have ambitions. I want to build my clock towered mansion. You know, I want my music to take off, like big time take off.
a man with ambition and drive will always have money. He will always find a way.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Just because you got money doesn't mean you got ambitions. Because you could have all the money in the world and you've done everything. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna run out of ambition, and you're gonna have to get creative with it.
To have money.
And you know what? Here's a little fucking truth red pill for you. Sometimes guys who have all the money are complete douchebags because they realize, hey, all I gotta do is flash a wad of 100s and they'll be lined up around the block waiting to suck his cock. Whereas a dude who's broke will actually take time to do the little things to show he cares, even if he's not like Bill Gates rich. You know what I'm saying? I hate how our society is controlled by sex and money, but that's neither here nor there.
But a broke guy that expects you to give him money, that doesn't want to do anything and feels like the whole world is against him and he cannot figure it out. Whatever. Do not date these guys.
Okay, so you're basically saying that you should not date male gold diggers. Got it. So, like a woman who's broke, doesn't have a job, and expects you to buy her everything, and the world just can't figure her out, that's because she's just figuring her shit out. But when a guy does it, he's a piece of shit. Right.
This is all fun and games. Like a guy doesn't have to have money when you're in your teenage years. It's all fun and games. Blah blah. But when you are a woman over 21, okay, we all know what financial stress is. And
that is the fucking truth. When you're over the age of 21, at some point you will know financial stress. I'm very fortunate to have a awesome fan base of loyal people. And if I wasn't somewhat mildly famous, I wouldn't have like almost 300 people watching and 58 likes.
especially when your man cannot provide anything. Me personally, I am not attracted to guys that have no money. I am simply not. I'm attracted to money. I'm attracted to power.
Gold digger. Gold digger. Excuse me. Oh, fuck. So this woman is attracted to money and power.
I am attracted to a man that is in his masculine energy. And
That it is in his masculine energy without being a douche about it. Fair enough.
willing to provide and protect. That is what
Okay, that's not unreasonable. Okay, all gold digger comments aside, women crave a man who is confident, strong, stoic, who can provide and protect his woman. That's not unreasonable, dude. And if you don't like it, well, suck it up, you pussy. Welcome to being the tougher sex. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Not trying to be an asshole, but men are physically tougher than women. Otherwise, why is it not okay for a man to hit a woman even when she's beating the fuck out of him? Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, excuse me. Man, I got the fucking bullshit allergies here, dude. If that's not the case, then why the fuck do people get super offended when you see a female UFC MMA fighter getting the shit kicked out of her by a woman, a trans woman at that, who's 4 times her size, who's benefited from testosterone for half of her life, and now that she's chopped off her penis and gotten some fake tits, we're all supposed to call her a female, even though with women it's like, hey, these things don't define that gender kind of thing. But that's for a different video. I support trans LGBTQ plus rights. Fuck sickos. I also support women's rights and men's rights.
I want in a man. I am truly telling you, if a man is not willing to provide for me, I would much rather date a woman. I like to take care of the woman. I will go into my masculine energy and I will take care of a woman. Why? Because honestly, they're more beautiful to look at.
Yeah, women are more beautiful to look at. I'll drink to that, especially when you're on Chatterbait. Because Chatterbait rhymes with masturbate.
I hear about like, no, like I can take care of myself, like I can do it on my own. I can do it on my own as
See
well.
what happened to these women who are like, they don't need a man in their life. They'll just do it themselves. Women's liberation. The bra burning generation, honey. The Rosie the Riveters. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to those gals? And you got chicks like this who just think they need a man to do all this shit for her. And I'm like, honey, it's not a need, it's a want. If you can't be happy when you're single and broke, you're not going to be happy when you're rich and in a relationship.
Like right now, if I leave my relationship, I can take care of myself and 7 children. Literally, I can live a luxury lifestyle.
Wait, you got 7 kids? Oh, I feel sorry for you. You know who else had 7 children? The Weasleys. Oh, shit, dropped my wand.
With my own money. But why would I do that? So broke guys are very insecure.
You know why broke guys are insecure? Just like anybody else. Like, when you're financially struggling, it makes you feel like shit. Especially if you're a dude and the woman makes more money, which personally speaking, I see nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You just got to find other ways to provide for that relationship, even if you're not the richest guy on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys who are not as rich are not going to have as many women chasing after them. So they're generally speaking going to appreciate when it comes their way, kind of thing. But what do I know? I'm just a guy, right?
When they see a woman making money, when they see like a woman providing for them, whatever, building them up, they
You know why that is? Because of the social stigmas and the sexist gender based stereotypes that men are supposed to make more money than women, that we're supposed to bring home the bacon and wear the pants. So, yes, and that's just years of conditioning built up to a modern society that we live in. And it's horseshit. The idea that a man is supposed to make more money than a woman is equally as sexist as saying women belong in the kitchen.
to disrespect that woman. That's not the woman they want. Okay?
Oh, bullshit. I'm telling you right now, as a man, if I had a woman that made more money than me, I'd support her. I'd eat that fucking shaved pussy out like it was nobody's business. Like, and this fat tongue is beast at doing that, by the way. Beside the point, if I had a woman that was taking care of me and building me up, it would inspire me to do better for myself and to make more money doing what I do so I can provide for her like she provides for me. That's how relationships are supposed to fucking work. God damn it.
And once they are there and completely built up, they will actually leave you for the woman that they do want.
Oh, women do the same thing, honey. Trust and believe. Trust and motherfucking believe. You can build a woman up, build up her self esteem. If she gets sick of your crap and she finds a dude with a bigger cock and more money, what do you think she's gonna do? Some women are like that, and it's shit. And then they bitch when men are assholes to them. And I'm like, oh, honey, it's a two-way street. Have you heard my album, Love and Vanity? I'm just saying.
They do not respect you. They see you as like a competition.
The reason why they see you as competition is because society has systematically placed these gender based roles into people and into men, especially. Men are being told that you're less of a man if she makes more money than you do. And that's bullshit. It just creates this battle of the sexes bullshit that we see in our society. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. You see women on TikTok who are like, how to break a man's heart in 5 minutes or less. And then you see these asshole chads on TikTok who are just like, treat women like shit. And I'm over here like, I'm over it. You got women on TikTok screaming hashtag kill all men, and there's like 6 million of them doing it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Whose balls do you got to step on?
They do not see you as a lover of their part or their partner. Why? Because these guys are not in their masculine energy. Men thrive on success. Men value themselves as well on their successes.
So do women. Women value themselves on their successes, and that's very, very common human nature.
This guy does not respect himself. So if he does not respect himself, he will not respect you.
Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, you can have confidence issues and not respect yourself as a person, but still give love to someone else. And if you don't respect yourself, that relationship's not going to last very long. If you're one of these chicks that just whines because you think you're not good enough for a real man,
Don't go through lengths to defend him. Listen, the minute one of
don't go through lengths to defend him. Exactly. And this goes for both genders. If you're dating a piece of shit, inhuman excuse that abuses you physically and mentally, and you make excuses for it because you don't want to be alone, dating sucks, people are assholes, wham. So you make up all these goddamn excuses like, geez. Well, they're just having a bad day, you know. At some point, you gotta say to yourself, no. You know, and you look at Kim Kardashian, all the mental bullshit she had to go through with Kanye West.
friend says, "Oh my God,
Like you got two sides to the coin here. This has nothing to do with race. You look at Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Amber Heard was the abuser. And it would have been over a lot quicker, that goddamn trial, if Johnny Depp was actually guilty of the crimes he had committed against Amber Heard. That trial would have been over a lot quicker. But the possibility of a woman being an abuser for a chance? Oh, hold on, guys. We're going to have to deliberate on this. And then you have Kanye West versus Kim Kardashian. This didn't take no goddamn fucking 2 motherfucking weeks plus trial. It was just cut and done.
your girl is so ugly," or "Oh my God, your girl is a hoe." You know how quick they will beat
You know what? If I got friends who are dogging on me because my girlfriend ain't the prettiest, I'm like, well, at least I have someone, motherfucker. And if they're calling her a hoe and shit, I'm like, dog, where's your fucking proof? Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Homies. Anything below a 4, and I'm like, no.
dismiss you. They're
Because
like,
believe me, if you have to drink to make her pretty, you don't want to wake up next to Chewbacca in the morning. Oh my God, that was amazing last night. Oh, jeez. There's a reason why whiskey dick exists. Because if you have to drink to make her look pretty, even your dick's just like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing the walk of shame. We're not going to wake up in her fucking apartment going, oh, my fucking head. Ow. Where the fuck am I? Holy shit, that is one hairy woman. Oh, God. You could play connect the dots with all the moles on her back. Good lordy. Oh, God. Oh, God. I gotta get. You go into the bathroom and fucking throw up, and then you're sitting there looking at yourself in this chick's mirror like, what are you doing with your life? So fuck it. I'm shallow. Fuck off. I don't care. Women are shallow too. Gender equality is a bitch like that. Oh, 1 second. I feel something bubbling and brewing. Maybe it's a wet and juicy. Hold on 1 second. That was weak shit. No, that was not worthy of a wet and juicy. Fuck off. Now, if you cannot laugh at farting, you're not living life to the fullest. Life is too short not to laugh at farts. Everyone farts, so, oh God. Straight Asperger's, dude.
"Ew, yeah, you're right. She's a hoe. Yeah, she doesn't look that great." You know why? Because men don't like women. Men like men.
No, we do not. Unless you're gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Unless you're gay, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you ain't a sicko.
Almost every
Okay, men do not like men like that. Because let me tell you something. We have men, we have our idols. But that's as far as it goes. If there's a dude out there that I fucking hate, I could give 4 flying fucks what he thinks of me. Women are constantly trying to gain validation and approval from women they fucking secretly hate. And for the life of me, I don't understand it.
thing they do is for the validation of other men. But
Not really.
no, we fight with our own mind.
Unless, of course, you're being challenged and then your masculinity gets challenged, then that's,
With our sister, with our friends.
You know why you're talking like this, honey? Because you're talking the truth. Women fight with other women all the fucking time. It's like you can't just be. There's always going to be some kind of fucking drama, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of how fucking catty women are. It's annoying as shit. And then they fucking bitch because it's so hard being a woman. And I'm like, no one's going to argue with that, but maybe being a woman would be a little bit less harder if you weren't so goddamn catty towards each other. Fuck's sake.
And the guy does something wrong, and they say, "Hey, listen, he disrespected you." No, he didn't. Hey, listen, he's quite ugly. No, he's not. It's just a bad picture. It was a bad day. No, no, honey. He hasn't been looking like this his whole life. Stop applauding and praising small things he does.
Stop applauding and praising small things he does. Stop applauding the bare minimum. Could you imagine if this were gender reversed? And you know what I'm saying? Your girlfriend would do little things to show she cares about you, and you did nothing to applaud it. And then you ask for a blowjob later, she'd tell you to go fuck yourself.
Okay, so imagine he treats you like complete shit, like so badly, has no respect towards you. But you know what? The other day he bought you flowers.
Okay, I get what you're saying. If he's a piece of shit, then don't reward the little behaviors he does, especially if he's just going to treat you like shit the next day. I get what you're saying.
And you go to your friend, to your mom, you're like, yeah, but he bought me flowers. Well, honey, that is very embarrassing of you. No, that is really embarrassing. If he just does these things and it's just always nice, like a good guy, you know, he's buying flowers, he's writing you poetry, writing you letters, buying you stuff, gifts and all things, that's nice, you know. You should say, oh, thank you so much, and we appreciate it about them. That's very nice. But him just like doing something so small, or like, oh yeah, he cheated on you yesterday, but tomorrow he's gonna take you out for dinner, okay? No, that's not working. That's not.
Yeah, don't validate his small gestures of romance if he's just doing it because he fucked up. You know?
And do not applaud these, do not appreciate these. You know what? Get your ass up and leave out of that relationship because there's no respect there. Another thing is accept that you cannot change him.
Oh, you are preaching to the choir, Sister Sledge. Except that you cannot change him. Exactly. Let's have a hypothetical, shall we? If you're a woman and you're trying to date a dude who's in his 40s and he has commitment issues, he has no kids, he's never going to change, honey. Sorry. And then if he treats you like shit on top of it and you reward him with good sex, you might as well let your dog crap on the fucking living room carpet and then give your dog a biscuit. Fuck off, dude. No, and you can't change him and you cannot change her. Okay, would you change for the right person? Some people might say yes, some people might say no. I say fuck off. You know, I have changed in the sense of I'm very self-conscious about my temper. I always feel like absolute fucking shit when I lose my shit, you know. So, I've gotten a lot better at controlling my temper and just not letting life get so stressful, you know, just don't take it so seriously, you know. I would get pissed off at the littlest of things. Oh, I spilled some beer. Ah, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just fucking fly off the handle over it. And I got to a point where I saw what I look like when I lose my temper, and I'm like, oh, that's what I look like? So thank you to my trolls for saving those hot-tempered videos of mine. It reminds me of what I look like when I'm autistic, spurging freak out, all that shit. Fucking yeah. And it reminds me of why the fuck I'm working on my temper. But I've been like this my entire life. I've always had a fucking hot temper, dude. And no, watching what I look like when I lost my temper, it's just like, ew, dude.
Love it when girls say, yeah, but he will be different with me.
Yeah, he'll be different with me. No, he won't.
I have that effect on guys. I can change them, honey.
Well, you can't change guys worth of shit unless you're really good at sex and shit. If you can cook like the dankest food and you know how to fucking sex your man up good, I mean, like, blah. You know how you could tell a man's had a good blowjob? When he's picking the sheath out of his ass crack. You know how you could tell a woman's had a good blowjob? Huh. When she squirts all over the fucking bed and you gotta throw the sheets in the fucking wash. Hey, honey, you like Pokemon? Because I want to make your pussy Squirtle. You want to see my Arbok? All right.
Cannot do anything.
Kind of squirt all over your Jigglypuffs.
And you know what? Whilst you're
Meowth.
and there's a whole line of 10 girls waiting to change him.
Yeah, change him. Okay, the line she speaks of, this is why I refer to dating as a job. It's like applying for a job because a healthy relationship takes work. Why should that person date you when they've got 10 other people lined up? You know, it's the truth. What's going to make you stand out above everyone else?
So why don't you guys collectively, start thinking about a plan about how you guys collectively can change this man.
Fuck that. That's competition, love. If I see some guy fucking up, I'm not gonna walk up to him and be like, dude, you have a catch right here, man. You need to fucking quit being a pussy little faggot bitch boy. Pull the head out of your fucking ass, man up, and get over your commitment issues before you lose this woman. Fuck that. I'm gonna be like, you know what, honey? You want to chase a fucking pussy wannabe bad boy? You have fun with that. When you want a real man, hit me up. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Unless the dude is friends with me and he's struggling with the dating scene, that's the only time I'd help his ass. Or if it's one of my YouTube fans, you know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, dude.
Who they have been for years and maybe their whole life, and you come in and think like, oh yeah, but I will change him. I'll change. Listen, his own mother cannot even change him. Who are you? Like, sit down, okay, and stop trying to change men, improve them, okay? Do not let them talk or treat you disrespectfully.
I'll drink to that, girl. Amen to that. I appreciate you saying that. You know, don't try to change him. And that's exactly my fucking point. Why the fuck are you saying, oh, I'm so happy with them, but at the same time, you're trying to change them? Her next point is do not let him talk or treat you disrespectfully. Amen. That goes for both genders. Okay, I don't give a fuck if you're a dude or a chick. Don't let your other half treat you like shit and then try to weaponize sex and money over you. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm fucking saying? Women will weaponize their emotions and sex, and men will weaponize their power and their money and their masculinity against the opposite sex to get what they want, and it's fucking disgusting.
Keep these guys in check, okay? Listen, if you are having an argument and this guy is calling you a bitch or a hoe, this is not normal.
Okay? Oh, it's perfectly normal because women, as Bill Barr famously said it, when they're losing an argument, they will think of, so they start concocting this Hail Mary attempt where they start picking on a man's insecurities, what they're afraid of. They start bringing up shit just to piss off the man. And when it works, it works. You know, they do this shit because when women are losing the arguments, they do this shit where they try to piss off a man to get him to hit her or call her a cunt, bitch, slag, hoe, slut, whore, skank, minge, skag, slag, etc. And now you're in this fucking room. Like, I know what I said was insensitive, but that's no reason to be an asshole. Well, fuck you. You can just sleep on the couch. And I'm telling you, man, pissing off women and men is not, pissing off people in general is not that difficult if you know which buttons to push. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to deny there are some real pieces of shit men out there, you know? Like Bill Barr said, oh, tuna casserole again. Oh, fuck. And they just start swinging, you know? But outside of that, can we acknowledge that you get what you ask for? You're losing the argument and you're so desperate to fucking win the argument, you will emotionally rape a man into fucking getting angry. So he hits you or calls you a disgusting name. And now he's the piece of shit. And now the argument's completely lost. That dude's lost. Okay, so when your woman's pulling this crap, do the same thing to her. You know, like say you're afraid to die alone, so like your girlfriend's like, well, that's why you want me to die first, so you can, you know, whatever, like, you know. And then you look at her and go, let's say her insecurity is she's worried that she thinks her sister is the prettier one, and her mom is sitting here saying that her sister's the favorite. So, like, your girlfriend saying, I hope I die first so you can be alone. And then you fire back with, well, you want to die first because your sister's harder and your mother loves her more than she loves you. And you just keep going. You don't call her any nasty names. Just give her a taste of her own fucking medicine. And when she fucking hits you or calls you a disgusting pig, you've won and you've beaten her at her own bullshit. Hmm? And it's like you can pull that fucking line that every woman loves to pull on a man. We will discuss this when you're calm. And she might try one last attempt. Oh, you won't have a conversation with me because you're not a real man. You have a small dick. And it's like, I've already won the argument. Bye. Where the fuck are you going? Yeah, me and Chad are going to the bar to have a couple beers. Let you kind of stew over in your own bullshit. And when you're ready to apologize and suck my dick, we can have a conversation about this.
And you should say that from the beginning. You do not talk to me like that.
Well, how do you think us men feel when we're being called pigs? You know? When you call a woman a cunt and it just fucking pisses her off, how do you think men feel when we're being called pigs? You know? Same fucking feeling, dude.
Because women always let these things slide. Oh,
and that's the thing of it. You should not call her a cunt or any of that unless she fucking earned it. I don't, cunt is my favorite cuss word. Fuck off. I don't care. Wanker. But I don't go out of my way to deliberately call women these things unless she's fucking earned it. And I mean, like, she really has to be trying to piss you off and push your buttons. Like, she's having a fucking bad day. She can't just talk to you about it, so she fucking keys your car because she's pissed. I'm like, dude, fucking psycho bitch over here. Refreshing.
And he was angry at me, whatever. And
here's the thing of it. We all do stupid shit when we're angry and depressed. It's important to acknowledge that in a healthy way and say, you know what? I will learn to control my temper and hold, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're pissed off, the truth comes out. When you're angry, the truth comes out. You know how you really feel. And sometimes that's the kind of crap that gets you in trouble. Oh, jeez. So, like, you know what? That's just part of being in a relationship, especially if you're an older married couple. If you've been married for like 40, 50 plus years, you two get into an argument. She screams, fuck you, you're an asshole. You scream back at her, fuck you, you're a fucking cunt bitch. And then you just kind of cuss each other out and then you leave it at that. Sometimes that's healthy. When you're angry at someone, you learn to just say what's on your mind, get it off your chest, and then leave it at that. And sure, you might not hook up for a couple days. That's why masturbation is king, Andrew Dice Clay. Oh! You hold the door for her. You take her fur coat, stick your tongue up her ass.
normal to you, calling you a bitch, calling you a hoe. That's respect to you.
It's not respect, honey, but if you're losing the argument and instead of just admitting that your man's right for a change, oh, shocker, women don't have to be right all the time, neither do men. Nobody's perfect. Fucking sue me.
This guy does not respect you, by the way. Never in any of
Maybe he does respect you, but maybe he's just pissed at you like you are at him. There's something to think about.
Relationship has a guy talk to me like that, and this has been a long-term relationship for years. When we had an argument, it has always been an adult conversation.
That's the way it should be. Liz, I fully agree with you. When it comes to an argument with your other half, You should not resort to things like violence, petty, fucking psycho manipulative bullshit. It should be an adult conversation. You know, none of this, but baby, why?
I didn't like that you did this. He told me I didn't like that you did this or reacted this way. Okay, and we resolve it. This is communication.
Yes, communication, like I said, key milestone to a healthy relationship.
Don't you dare in your life call me a hoe or a bitch because, baby, I'm out. You do not
Okay, so then don't try to piss off a man to the point where they do that because you're losing the argument.
talk to me like that. And I have told my friends, their
And
guys,
even when she is being a complete cunt, are you really gonna fall for that? You know what I'm saying? Because that's like the oldest tactic in the book that women use to win the argument. You know? Like she's losing the fucking argument, so you call her a cunt because she's being one, and she calls you a pig fucking asshole. Now you're sleeping on the fucking couch going, what's going on with Chatterbait? God, I miss being single. Ugh. This chick's 4 times harder than what I got right now. Fuck me. Yeah, we're doing this. But a real man will jack off the last time him and his woman had sex. If you and your woman are fighting and she cuts you off from sex, a real man, if he has the urge to be a wanker and wank one off, will jack off to the last time him and his woman had sex. He does not need another woman. Unless he's pissed off at her and he's just like inside his male brain, he's like, I'll show this bitch. I'll fucking jack off to another chick. Yeah, see how she likes that. Yeah, fucking.
talking to them like that, even in an argument, I told them, do not accept this behavior because this is going to turn physical.
And here she comes with the typical all men are just abusive pieces of shit attitude.
They feel comfortable talking to you in that way. Later on, they will also start to feel comfortable touching you, pushing you.
9 times out of 10, not all men are like that, honey. And most men are like most women. They're not going to get physical with you unless you get physical with them.
Assaulting you and extreme lengths to go to unalive you.
To unalive you? That's called murder, honey. Do you not understand words?
This truly happened. Then what I said came true.
Now, I'm not going to deny, yeah, there are some real fucking scummy asshole cocksucking male cunts who treat women like shit, but honey, we're not all like that. I would never hit a woman unless she had a fucking gun to my face or she was just straight up, bah, 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 as hard as she could, dude. At that point, I'm like, hey, whoa. My life's in danger or I'm being assaulted. I'm going to protect myself. That's just human nature, dude. But the reason I try not to defend myself in that kind of situation is because I'm a big motherfucker. I have retard strength. And then when I get pissed off and it just boo, I tune out. And then the next thing you know, people are on the ground going, I should not have fucked with Cobra. I'm aware of how strong I am physically, so I have to especially check myself. You know what I'm saying? There are so many people that are lucky I didn't just fly off the handle and start kicking ass. So many people.
The physical violence did happen, the abuse did happen, and then the women are shocked. Yeah, but why did you first of all did not keep them in check when they talk to you like that?
Because you can't keep men in check. You cannot keep women in check. When you're losing the fucking argument and your last desperate Hail Mary attempt is piss them off to the point where they hit you or call you a cunt so you can play the victim and be like, all men are the same. It's manipulative bullshit.
You keep these guys in check. And you leave when you see the big red flags. You leave. You do not.
I agree with you on that, honey, 100%. If you see that your other half has red flags, like they're abusive, just fucking leave. You don't need that shit in your life.
Stay, because this person will not get better. If in the beginning, right?
I would disagree. Some people can get better. I hate to spurg out, but long live Ozzy Osbourne. And speaking of the Prince of fucking Darkness, him and Sharon had a really toxic relationship for the longest time. And a lot of that was because of Ozzy Osbourne's drug and alcohol habits. And Ozzy Osbourne said, you know, I want to get better for Sharon and for my kids. And he did. That was his sacrifice to Sharon to show that he truly loved her and that, Sharon's more important than getting fucking drugged out and drunk all the time.
You can talk to me like that. Down the line,
So
what will
sometimes men do not change, neither do women, and sometimes they can change, but they're not going to change because you want them to. You know what I'm saying? They have to change for themselves.
do? He'll become nicer when? Where has that ever happened? If you're in the dating phase and you're not in a relationship, you're just dating, getting to know each other, keep your options open, okay? Who start literally, like, you know what women do? They see one guy, they date, they go on one date, they're like, okay, this is the guy, I'm gonna marry him, have 7 children with him, whatever, he's
That's
my guy.
because women are put underneath all this pressure to get married and have kids, where men are put underneath all this goddamn pressure to get laid. And our gender femininity slash masculinity is measured by these things, and it's fucking retarded.
You know what the guy does? Keep his options open, goes on another date, like sees this woman, but
Like I said, okay, take it slow with the dating scene. If they don't feel like you could be a long-term dating partner, then you move on and try other options. Keeping your options open when you have multiple partners can lead to a lot of drama, STIs, unwanted pregnancies, etc., broken hearts. Wham.
why? Because guys think with their mind.
No, if that's called thinking with your dick, honey, not thinking with your mind. And most guys do it. If you're keeping your options open as a dude, you're thinking with your dick and not with your mind. And what you need to do is stop thinking with your dick and start thinking with your mind. Women do it too. They think with their cunt and not with their actual mind. And good lord. Your sex drive and your lust will make you do some really stupid shit because we've all done stupid shit for love. Stop that.
They think, okay, which one would be a good mom? Which one would I want to introduce to my mother? Which one is a good fit?
And women are no different in that regard when they're dating men. Even if they're not subconsciously thinking about having kids with that person, they're going to be asking themselves these questions. Is this man a good fit for her? Is he someone she could bring home to mom and dad? He's someone that could be a good father to her kids someday, kind of thing.
See, they don't put all their eggs in one basket, but we as women, oh no, immediately want you, I want you. And then we get disappointed when we get ghosted, when we get heartbroken, we get disappointed.
Okay, when you're ghosted and heartbroken, you get disappointed. Join the fucking club. And women try to keep their options open, like she's talking about. The women get slut shamed for it, and it's total bullshit.
Okay, but why in the dating phase did you literally date one guy and that's it? Why? And make sure they know
I
you're
don't know
keeping
why. I don't understand women that personally, so I couldn't tell you.
options open. Make sure that literally, because women are like, to be like, no, you're the only one. Oh, I love you the most, blah, blah. When I started dating my boyfriend, he literally asked me, Liz, are you seeing other people? I'm like, yes, I'm dating other people.
How well does that work out? Okay, let me ask you this. If you're a dude and you and this chick are dating or trying to date, she's not required to give up the other 10 people she's seeing. But you, as a man, if you're being a total Chad player, you have to give up your shit because if you don't love what she's laying down. So yeah, we already covered that in this video.
And then he was like, okay, I have to win this girl over because there is no way that I want her to be in a relationship with another man. And on top of that, that makes you look very desperate because it's almost like this girl has no options. Like,
Well, dating makes you desperate to a point because people are so afraid to be alone that it's like, well, but we all die alone and love sucks. So no amount of dating or marriage is ever going to fix that. In fact, being married makes dying alone even harder because you got to watch your other half go before you. That or you have nobody to be with and nobody to see you on your hospital bed. So really, it depends on how depressing you want it to be.
she'll throw like one guy she sees and she'll latch onto him. Then the guy thinks like, oh, no other men want her. And like I said before, did you listen? Men like men. So when they
Men do not like men in that way. If anything, like men are equally as competitive with other men to a degree, just like women, but men were not as catty about it. We'll just say it to your fucking face.
see a woman is very desired by other men, they want that woman as well.
That is true. That is very true. If a woman is desired by 20 men, then a lot of men are going to want that woman. If a man is desired by women in the same fashion, then a lot of women are going to want that man.
Some of you women are dating literally a guy that is everyone's man, and everyone knows. Everyone knows that this guy is a cheater, and he's not even hiding.
Okay, so here she goes, assuming that once again he's a cheater. And as somebody who's cheated once, one time I cheated on a relationship. I've regretted it ever since. And that was years ago. I've moved on from Stephanie, but she clearly hasn't moved on from me. Otherwise, she wouldn't be sitting on her goddamn YouTube channel with her black boyfriend going, oh my God, my ex is such a piece of shit. It's like, honey, if you were over me, you wouldn't be watching my videos. Thanks for the views, by the way. But now, when I saw Stephanie being racist towards her black boyfriend, I was like, nah, I'm done. Unsubscribe. Bye bye. Block. And that's all I'm going to say on her.
And you go into this thinking, oh,
I have a legion of fangirls 4 times harder than Stephanie. I'm just saying.
a loyal guy. And then you date him. And then he cheats on you and you're shocked. Honey, why are we shocked? Why are we shocked? Some girls go on to date rappers, artists, whatever, that are half of the time just on substances. They literally
I'm on substances right now.
don't even know where they are. And I'm going to tell you honestly, they barely even know you. Like, I can literally tell you, you can put 2 girls in front of them, they will not know which one the girlfriend is. Why? Because
Well, if they're super wasted, we've all been there, done that. You get a little drunk, you get a little stoned, you get a little tipsy, and you're caught up in your own mind in the euphoria of it. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But if you know your girlfriend well enough and what she looks like, most guys are going to be like, hey, hey, that's my goddess. That's my queen. Get your sexy ass over here, man. Smack that ass.
mentally they're not even here. They're constantly on substances. So this guy then cheats on you, and then you're also shocked. Who are you guys dating? Think with your head and not with your emotions. We as women need to stop thinking with our emotions.
Oh, hearing a woman say to other women that you need to stop thinking with your emotions. You know how refreshing that is to hear for a change? Now, she said it, I didn't say it. If a guy like me were to say, women, you got to stop thinking with your clit and your emotions, they would fire off, what about you men thinking with your dick and your testosterone? And I'm like, it's the exact same thing, honey, just gender reversed.
We need to start thinking with our head. When you meet a man, in your head should be, okay, Will this guy be a good husband? Will this guy be able to provide what I want? Will this guy be a good father for my children? Think about these things, okay? He doesn't have money, but he'll get better whenever. No. Don't let these things slide. You think a guy would literally date you if you were not looking like he wanted you to look? No. You think he would wait until you get like beautiful or hot or whatever? No.
The right guy will wait. I mean, most guys are relatively simple. I've noticed that men aren't that picky. You know, if she's got two legs and a vagina and she's of age, they'll probably fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Most guys would be like, yeah, if he's the right guy, I mean, he'll see the potential of what she could be, you know. Maybe she's going through a bad breakup and she's emotional over it, so she eats her feelings and she's gained a couple pounds and she feels sorry for herself. Wham. Most guys are going to see that, hopefully, and be like, you know what? We've all been there and done that when you're a dude going through a breakup and it's just like you sit on the fucking couch and binge watch Home Improvement, and drink beer and eat pizza and McDonald's like,
Simply, he'll be like, "You're not my type, bye." And they also go on to just ghost you without telling you anything, making you feel very insecure.
and you know what? Women are gonna feel insecure about that because women are validated by their looks. And if they're tougher than men physically and emotionally, and they have to be more attractive than their fellow female, otherwise you're seen as the ugly bitch. And it's disgusting the way women get treated in our society. Ugh. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know what I'm saying, like most men don't want to drop that truth grenade because it's like, you know what I'm saying? So you lie to her or don't say anything because you don't want to have this bitch stalking you or being like, why won't you love me? She's watching you sleep through your window at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, stroking a picture of you like, yeah, sleep, my precious. Yeah. Oh, I like watching you sleep. You look so peaceful when you're sleeping. Oh, yeah. I like watching you sleep. I bet you smell so nice right now. Yeah. And then she takes a pair of keys and cars love me into your fucking car. And you're just like, oh, crap.
Ego is hurt and heartbroken. So we should
Join the club, honey. Being hurt and heartbroken sucks, but that's just part of dating. You're not going to find the diamond in the rough your first time dating. As a dude who's been rejected by every chick I've liked, and some of these women were not nice about rejecting me. They often called me a creep or a loser, and I wasn't trying to be creepy. It's just when you have Asperger's and you have that serious face like I do, it's called resting creep face. Women have the same thing. It's called resting bitch face, where it's like you're not trying to be a bitch or a creep. You know, you just come off like that because of the way you look, and it's stupid. And people are like, "Oh, Cobra, you'd have such an easier time if you quit dressing goth." And I'm like, "Screw that. I'm not afraid to be myself, and women can't handle it. That's their problem, not mine, and they're lost too." Yeah. That being said, if you want to smell sexy for the ladies, you gotta check out Tactical Soap. Link description box below with coupon code King Cobra. You can get 15% off for the holidays. Growing up and being rejected by every woman I like totally sucks balls. However, women actually notice me when I wear the soap from Tactical Soap. That's no bullshit, people. And it's a confidence booster when women are like, that goth dude smells sexy. And I'm like, yeah. They also have a God of War pheromone beard oil, which will leave your beard softer than silk. They also have the colognes. comes on like a little stick like that. You rub it on your clothes. You know what I'm saying? One of my acquaintances slash people that I see on the regular because of certain things. I gave one of my male buddies a bar of Bond number 2 cologne. And I'm like, hey man, how's that cologne working out for you? And he literally said, oh, dude, my wife loves the smell of it. I'm like, yeah, that's why tactical soap's the business, dude. And here's the thing of it, tactical soap's only going to get you so far. If you're a fucking inhuman piece of shit who disrespects women, then you don't deserve to wear it, in my opinion. Because a tactical soap gentleman rocks the soap and he waits patiently. That's been my goal. That's been my tactics. And it works because what's more satisfying than getting laid is having women go, I wish more men were like you.
saying, okay, are you a brokey? Yeah, I don't want you, brokey. Never tell a man you have no one besides him. Listen, women think this is cute. Yeah, you're my only one in my life. I don't have any friends. I don't have any family. You're the only one.
Maybe she's had a hard life, so that could be true, but necessarily speaking, yeah, let's see where she's going with this.
How dangerous is this? No, 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 no. How dangerous is this? Because you are literally telling this guy, if you murder me tonight, if you take my life, nobody will care, nobody will know. Because
Oh my fucking God, with the male stereotypes. We've had female serial killers too, but nobody wants to talk about that.
have you. Congratulations. Very smart of you. Listen, if you've already told him that you don't have any family members, whatever, first thing you can do is you can make up something. You can say like, oh yeah, I contacted a family member here. I have family that I'm talking to, whatever. You make something up, or what you actually do is you make friends. Make sure you have friends.
And this is the thing of it. She's not lying with the make friends part. If dating sucks and you're having a hard time finding somebody, then don't be afraid to make friends and get friend zoned a couple times. Because if you're at the bar and you see a really cute chick you want to talk to, but you're nervous, dude, grow some balls and just approach her. You know, pickup lines are shit unless it makes her laugh, to be honest. Women love a sense of humor. You could be the ugliest son of a bitch on the planet, but if you make a woman laugh, if you're a good cook and you can make a woman laugh and you know how to eat good pussy, that'll trump anything, especially if you have a small dick and not the biggest muscles on the planet, fellas.
If you don't see them, make sure you always text someone. Make sure you have someone that knows about your situation, knows about your relationship, because these things can get very dangerous.
Oh, I'm not going to argue with you on that. Dating can be dangerous. You encounter some real psycho cunts and fucking male assholes, etc.
When a guy knows that you have no one besides him, you know how easy you are to control. You know how quick they will be to manipulate you.
Maybe that's not the case. Again, I kind of feel like she's just going off on a limb and assuming, maybe your guy boyfriend or whatever is like, well, hey, you know what? I'm sorry to hear you don't have any friends. But I tell you what, my sister has a couple of friends she hangs out with. Maybe I can introduce you to her and her friends. Because that's what guys should be doing. It's like, okay, if you as a dude can go to the bar and slam back a couple of beers because you got guys to hang with and she has nobody, take her with you, or at the very least, help her find some female friends. But it's hard for women to make friends with other females when they're so goddamn catty towards each other, man.
Do that to yourself. Make sure you always keep a social life. And keep having friends.
Sometimes having a social life can suck a bag of Asperger's, because to be honest with you, sometimes being asocial is better than having a social life because you don't get rejected, you don't get hurt. But when you live a sheltered life like that, it gets depressing. So even the most asocial of people will occasionally crave companionship. So try to have somewhat of a social life.
hobbies, keep having things going. Listen, if you don't want friends, have hobbies. Have people act like
Yeah, if you can't get friends or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, absolutely get hobbies. You take up interests. Like, for example, I make magic wands. I make them with the wood lathe back there. I sand them and I paint them and I stain them and make them look nice. And I also play guitar and I sing. So then if I seek out people who also are into the occult and they play guitar and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? There was way too much pressure for women and men to date, and I'm fucking sick of it. So don't let the pressure get to you and just worry about, at the very least, making some friends, getting some hobbies, developing a personality and a wicked sense of humor.
at like the hobby, whatever you do, have people go out and social, because otherwise you will become so attached to this man to a point where you
I
will
get where she's coming at. If you're not very social and you have no friends, then if you as soon as you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you're going to be super attached to them, and that can drive that person away because you're coming off as way too clingy. So, like, humans naturally crave social interaction. It is what it is.
become insecure. Even if he goes out with his friends, you will start to become insecure, like, oh my god, what is he doing, whatever. And men can smell insecurity. And
And that's the thing of it, ladies. You don't want to be insecure, and that's another thing. A good relationship when it comes to romance is built off of trust. And it's very hard, and naturally, you hear women complain about this all the time, but it's very hard for women to trust men when they've been hurt so much. And men are no different in that regards. When women and men have been hurt by the opposite sex so many times, they either become a man-hating lesbian or an incel faggot piece of shit. And it's just like, ugh, dude. Blaming the opposite sex for your problems on the dating scene is not going to make your dating or social life any better. If anything, it just creates a bigger divide amongst the genders.
nothing is more off-putting than an insecure and desperate woman. It is an
Oh, yeah. Insecurity is extremely unattractive. Like, if you have a woman who's like physically attractive and has a lot of good qualities, but secretly she's just like, oh, I'm not good enough for anyone. You might be physically attracted to her at first, but then after a couple months of her denying you because you're a creep and you're a piece of shit, but the asshole she goes after doesn't want her, and you don't feel the least bit sorry for her, it's like, well, all of a sudden you're like, nah, because women dig confidence, and so do men for that matter. But there's a big difference between being confident and being cocky, or being like, I have to be better than you because society says so. This whole gender versus, the battle of the sexes bullshit.
extremely unattractive. So even if you are insecure, work on your insecurities.
I do have confidence issues, and it's something I've had to work with. I pick apart the way I look and I find all the flaws that I have in myself. And then I use it as an excuse to hate myself and be like, well, I'm not good enough. So I'm a hypocrite for saying that, but it is what it is.
Private, but do not let him know that you are insecure.
To be fair, I've been rejected by every chick I've liked since the fourth grade. So, the insecurities are not unjustified, but true confidence comes from within and saying, fuck all those skanks, they ain't good enough for me. And that's something I've had to learn over the years. It hasn't been easy because men were validated by women's approval and by our idols' approval. We're not validated by other men we don't like or know because we don't care. Women, on the other hand, are validated by if the man likes her or not. If you know what I'm saying, if other women approve of them, and it's just like, jeez.
Wants to go out with friends and go have fun, go. Anyways, my queens, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something.
Yeah, I learned a couple things. It's always good to hear from a female's perspective, even if some of her talking points are a little. But yeah, you should not be afraid to go out and have a good time with your friends. And if your other half feels insecure because you have a social life and they don't, that's on them, dude. At the same time, you could make an effort to include your other half. You know what I'm saying? Women will always say the exact opposite of what they want. They want you to fight for them, kind of thing. So it's like, oh, hey, me and the pals are going out to the bar to have a drink. You want to come with? No, I'm good. And she'll say this too. She'll be like, nah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You go have fun with your friends. And then you have to literally be like, no, babe, I insist. I love spending time with you and I want to show you off to my friends. At that point, oh, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, that's just the thing of it. Sometimes your girlfriend or boyfriend is not going to get along with your friends, but that's life. And sometimes your friends can see things you don't see because you're being blindsided by your lust.
And you know what? Stop blaming yourself. If the relationship you did went south and it didn't work out, or he cheated on you, we women, we always like to blame ourselves. Oh, maybe we are not pretty enough. Maybe I was not good enough. No, the guy you're dating was just a piece of shit.
That's always the excuse. The guy was a piece of shit. This right here was what had me a little fucking concerned. Women never want to take responsibility for their bullshit half the time, and the other half men do the same thing. And it's like, maybe she wasn't a complete cunt, or maybe the dude wasn't a complete piece of shit. Maybe you have confidence issues. Maybe you have shitty taste in people when you date. There are so many fucking factors. I am so sick and tired of that being the standard of, oh, your man was just a piece of shit.
He literally, nobody would date him. Literally, the fact that you dated him made his value go up.
Okay, dating somebody does not make their social value go up. Dating is just a social perk. If the value of someone's life and general existence is validated because someone dated them, that's pretty fucking shallow, dude. I'm just saying.
Look at some guys that are celebrities. Nobody would date them if the woman that were dating him were not dating him.
I call bullshit. If you're a celebrity, dude, chicks want you whether you have somebody or not because you're a celebrity and you have that money. And you wouldn't be making this video on YouTube, this chick over here, this chica, if she wasn't trying to find a rich, handsome man.
Nobody would even bat an eye at them. Those
Bullshit. If you're a celebrity, people are obsessed with celebrities. Don't give me that bullshit.
women make them something. Literally,
No, the women do not make the celebrities something. Their career is what makes them something. I'm so sick and tired because here's the thing of it. Listen, okay, women, you're not defined by the man you have around your arms, and men, you're not defined by the women you have around your arms.
make them look attractive in front of other women. Because otherwise, nobody would even look at them. So that's how much power we hold. The fact that he can say that he's dating you is a blessing. So you better start.
Oh, the fact that he can say he's dating you is a blessing? Okay, this whole women are the prize bullshit, this fucking entitlement that women have. It's like, no, 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 sweetheart. No, 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 no. You're not the prize. He's not the prize. The relationship is the prize. I get so sick and tired of these cocky asshole people who think, oh, because they have a dick or a vagina, they rule the world. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Acting like a blessing. Okay, guys, I love you guys so much, and I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Anyways, YouTube, I need a cigarette, so I want to end the stream. I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Now, before we end the stream, we're going to give some more shout-outs. See if we got any more Cash App donos. We definitely did. Alexi, thank you for your $5 donation to Cash App. Love the content, man. Fuck the trolls and fuck sickos, dude. Amen to that. Again, with another $5 donation for fuck it, I sent you $10. That's what's up. Fuck yeah, most definitely. Justin, thank you for your $2 donation. Bust Yen gently says, "What's good? Chug ya beer." Darren, I did. Thank you for your donation of $2. Nicholas, thank you for your $1 donation to Cash App. For fuck the haters, we love you, Cobra. That's what's up. Most definitely. Rudolph, thank you for your $1 donation. To shout out to Rudolph, Hess, and Himmer. Yeah, there you go. Shout outs to all the good people out there. Thank you for your generosity. And I got $25 in my Cash App. I'll use that for either food or beer. That's usually what I use it for. All right. Yeah, that is all of the donations by the looks of it. 1 second here. Got a couple more donos in the PayPal. That was an obvious troll donation. If you don't want to believe in me, that's your problem. That's on her, Jake, not on me, man. If your girlfriend had a horrible birthday, then that's on her, not on you, dude. You gave her what she wanted and she's still unhappy. Welcome to dating a woman. Do you know what a Jaboni? What the fuck? I don't even know right now, but thank you for your 1 penny donation. Appreciate it. Fucking YouTube. Anyways, YouTube, I'll catch you cool cobras later.